Hello everyone, I'm Coyote Jack, and well, let's continue with the censorship news. So, while all of this that we are seeing right now is happening, more new bills coming up. Everything is coming at the same time. So, I think I already covered how fucking Sony and the rest of the music industry were suing the ISPs to shut down the the, the internet access to anyone that dare to be surfacing on all of those websites that well they are when they were selling the services, yeah, they were demanding, oh, because allegedly we found this guy from your that carried your internet service, that they really say they were saying, yeah, it's for protecting ourselves, so we need you to cut off the internet access for that person. So even though it's against the law, is a human violation because you are deplatforming someone based on baseless accusations. Well, even if that person is just doing that shit, well, I got news for you. Why would you want to disconnect that person's internet? Or why would you provide a better service? Alright, it's because they don't want to. It's all about a monopoly. And I keep saying, well, keep backing up. Keep backing up everything you want and don't stop. Because look at this. US senators introduce new parasite blocking bill, Blockbird. So efforts to introduce parasite blocking to the United States continues the introducing of the Blockbird bill in the Senate. The bipartisan proposal backed by Senator Tillis, Coons, Blackburn, and Schiff aims to create a new legal mechanism to combat foreign piracy websites. So yeah, the right now I don't think there is anyone even hosting something in the US anymore. They're just doing it overseas, and they don't like that. But what is going to make is everyone just blacklist the US and level it up to VPNs. But let's see how this stands. So Blockbird is similar to the previous introduced House Bill FABDA, but doesn't directly mention DNS resolvers. Ah boy, yeah, this one is not good. After a decade of focusing efforts overseas, the push for website blocking has landed back on American shores. Earlier this year, US Representative Zoe Lofgren introduced a new parasite blocking bill titled the Foreign Anti-Digital Piracy Act (FABDA). This week, a similar proposal was introduced by Senators Tillis, Coons, Blackburn, and Schiff. The bipartisan bill titled Block Bat Electronic Art and Recording Distributors Blockbird Electronic Art Evil Arts, it could be them, let's see, aims to introduce a legal mechanism for rights holders to request site blocking orders. So they are just making it easier for all these fucking dying legacy corporations, this fucking old mafia, to keep taking down sites and giving them more power, taking away all the legal hassle that I really love to be in them, seeing them involved in that shit, wasting shit tons of money for in all of those lawyers on all of that law firm. Yeah, it's never going to be not funny to me. Is I love when that happens because yeah, it just proves themselves that you're not making any good stuff. You're not doing something better to provide a better service or have at least ownership for the digital stuff that they are buying. You're just continuing doing this shit over and over and over again until yeah you say you are saying yeah all these fucker senators are just bribed by these fucking corrupted organizations, these companies to push bills like this to make them easier, just like Nintendo using the FBI to do their dirty work. This sounds to me is something like this. So Blockbird, the site blocking proposal seeks to amend US copyright law, which in the US the copyright laws are so fucking broken, man. Enable rights holders to request federal courts to designate online locations as quote unquote foreign digital piracy site. So this is a government overreach that even overseas they don't like, and for various reasons. If that succeeds, courts can subsequently order US service providers to block access to these sites. So block it by ISP, Yeah, at that point, you. I don't think you are not even allowed. If I remember correctly, when you're having a site blocked by internet service provider, it doesn't matter if you're using a VPN. Well, I don't remember right now if VPNs work or not. Because yeah, for a ISP, yeah, it's just going to make the internet more censored. But I think there is already something like that, like states pushing for this shit in the US, on some other countries. Like, well, I saw some even an article about Vietnam. It's just like South Korea. Prawn content is illegal, and sites hosting it, well, you are going to be rolling in jail because they see that's more important. So, pirate site designation will be dependent on rights holders showing that they are harmed by site's activities, which we have said already. I already give a long ass loud rant that yeah, Nintendo can claim, oh, this we lost all of those millions in those download copies, illegal copies downloaded from these sites. GameStop that we don't know if they are already delisted. Well, we know games are already delisted, and if they are Nintendo Switch games, well, they even delisted some of those. And on top of that, they don't count if they were on offer, etc., or they already discounted with a permanent discount. They can claim all the hand is doing to our business, but well, at the end of the day, it's bullshit. So, that reasonable efforts had been made to notify the site's operator, and that reasonable investigations confirms the operator is not located within the US. So, yeah, at this point, anyone they should play ahead of the law and region block the US, and while their VPNs are still working, everything should be just fine. Additionally, rights holders must show that the site is primarily designated for piracy, has limited commercial purpose, or is intentionally marketed by its operators to promote copyright infringing activities. Or, put it in other language and use on AI translation. I think that one could work too. Hell, you start even searching for some 7C sites in Spanish. Additionally, rights holders must show that site is primarily designed for piracy. Well, they already have done that many times. Has limited commercial purpose or is intentionally marketed by its operator to promote copyright infringing activities. Yeah, like even I have said that the way how even the copyright laws are working in Japan, they are just bad, man. They would rather fight tooth and nail until they die with piracy rather than giving a fucking good service or at least some sort of ownership without even having to rip off your kidneys because yeah they what when they're selling you this movie for fucking $50 no go fuck yourself. If the court classifies a website as a foreign parasite, rights holders can go back to court to request a blocking order. At this stage, this court will determine whenever it is technically and practically feasible for the ISP to block the site and consider any potential harm to the public interest. You're only harming the ones that you say, you know what, I wanted to get this stuff, but the other company is just fucking bullshit. They refuse to give me good stuff anymore. I'm searching for the old stuff for the most part. Yeah, nowadays because piracy is for the old stuff, especially especially when it comes to video games, they are far more optimized. Look at the original Metal Gear Solid 3. What is it? What 5.7 gigabytes or 4 gigabytes or less? Considering that one released originally in the PS2, and then you see the remake that they are going to sell this year 100 gigabytes of the same only because of my graphics and some minimal improvements in gameplay. Mm, yeah, they don't want anything to that is the good old past stuff that overshadows the new stuff. video games, movies, music, and well, anime for the most part. Yeah, you can claim that. Yeah, also anime from the past was far more good, was better animated, but still they still want to keep pushing that because of my ownership. But again, the same fucking question. Why they are not providing a fucking better service in the first place? But they don't want that. These streaming services that they are offering is because they are seeing that everyone can see. Oh well, yeah, I use instance of this streaming site. Well, but the time the license expired, yeah, I'm not going to host it anymore. And well, there is no other way to get it because I got in conflict with this other company that we were collaborating, and yeah, we parted ways in the most bitter way. And yeah, everyone can get fucked. It happened many, many times from the three industries I just mentioned it. And still, there is that shit of you will own nothing and you will be happy. Yeah, they don't want you to even see what it was the good stuff because they are going to log you out of it. And the only reliant thing to be entertained will be the modern day slop. And continue feeding you like that, and it's just going to be like one of those parts of the video Pearl Jam evolution, baby. The granted orders will stay in place for a year within the option to extend if necessary. If blocked sites which switch to new locations to the core can also amend blocking orders to include the new IP addresses and domain names. Well, they are just keep continuing doing it. But it's something that needs to be taken in consideration. Who, who is going to enforce that in the US? Since this is what the US we're talking about, who is going to enforce that? Especially how much money is going to cost because the government says, oh, well, we're helping these companies, we're protecting them, we are doing a good deed here. Why wasting taxpayer money? Yeah, I think at this point people should make a case for this because, this is stupid, but sadly I think this one is going to pass. If the other draconian 1994's Iris Sauron bills pass, well, they are blocked and don't they get a chance to get passed on, they are just going to keep pushing bills and bills after this to just do pushing more of the same, but with other wording. So yeah, I still think primarily the Eye of Sauron's types they should be quickly dismissed and being pointed out all the senators for the rest of the fucking lives for trying to ruin free speech. But also keep that in mind that this shit keeps happening day after day, and yeah, they don't want you to have any of the good stuff. And yeah, it's also going to cost that most of these sites they just region block the USA. They are going to block them, and the only way to get it is to send his. But also, if they are going to play ahead but to love them. Well, at this point, I'm just going to host it in Portuguese or something and let the other one use translations. I think that one could work because I think they are using keywords for English words for the most part. Because, yeah, I notice sites also advertise themselves to, hey, guys from the US, you want to use stuff. Yeah, I think some things needs to change just to play ahead of all of this. But also keep backing up. So blocking to service providers. The Blockbeer billboard broadly applies to service providers as defined in section 512K, Amendment 1, First A of the DMCA. Yeah, the DMCA. Yeah, once again, copyright strike. This is a broad definition that applies to residential ISPs but also to search engines, social media and platforms and DNS resolvers. Yeah, they already delisted most of the pirate sites from Google. They are not appearing in the search engine anymore, but still new ones keep popping up. Service providers with fewer than 50,000 subscribers are explicitly excluded, and the same applies to venues such as coffee shops, libraries, and universities that offer internet access to visitors. Like the FADPA bill introduced by Representative Lockfrin Early this year, the Senate bill doesn't know specifically mentions DNS resolvers. Blockware does not mention VPNs, but its broad definition of service providers could be interpreted to include them. Yeah, what we have say about those fucking bills, they or even like we already even ranted about there's some servers, the payment processors from all of this shit, ambiguous terms to target everything. Just like when they use hate speech, it's all speech because by the fifis of someone can be labeled as such, and you end with the expected results looking at the UK. Just saying. The proposal states that providers have option to contest their inclusion in a blocking order. Once an order is issued, they will have the freedom to choose their own blocking techniques. There's no transparency requirements mentioned in the bill, so if and how the public is informed is unclear. Yeah, because they don't want you to know this shit. Yeah, they want to keep pushing all of this. Oh hey, what is that? Is suddenly, oh yeah, this side. Oh, just because you had one fucking song. Yeah, I almost forgot about this one. Just because someone decided to make a like kind of a website, and just because you have one copyrighted song of a cover of a copyrighted song, whatever. Just because of that, you're going to label that as parasite. You're going to label as such, and you are going to let all those corporations do the dirty work of the government of like everyone and just do 1984 but with another method. Yeah, there are tons of methods, but at the end of the day it's the same end goal: censor and control us and don't have any sort of options on the internet. And when everyone is pushed out of the internet, yeah, they are going to push them to consume the fucking modern day slot from these dying corporations that they don't deserve our money anymore. Oh man. So this is how it is. So companion bill with MPA and RIA support. The Senate blockberry bill is substantially similar to the House versions of the FAPDA, FAPA, and could be considered a companion bill. Since legislation has to pass both the House and the Senate, a combination of both proposals may ultimately lead to the final blocking legislations. Commenting on the introduction, Senator Tills hinted that this cooperation, mentioning the collaboration between Senate and the House, is already ongoing. I'm proud to lead these bipartisan discussions to protect economic and digital security. Yeah, or economy. Ah, yeah, the economy from the same fucking corrupt companies and organizations that they refuse to die, and they are just destroying this. Hell, even we have seen it. It's already enough when fucking YouTube, the NCA original songs by this DNCA strike, and if they want to fight that strike, that copyright claim, they need to dox themselves, and they keep playing but touching. Yeah, it's a already rigid game, and they are just reading even more. They don't care if the internet get destroyed. Ah man, and I look forward to continue work with my colleagues in Texas to address things important matter. Your colleagues is Sony, your colleagues is Warner Brothers, your colleagues is Universal. Yeah, we fucking know you fucking you piece of shit retard. Oh man, I just got to stop there. So there you have it. Keep backing up what you still want to have, because yeah, the internet is being attacked from all fronts and introducing bill after bill after bill. And I sadly I think this one is going to get passed. So anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching and please